Hi, this is John Marlin, Pulse Research. I don't know about you, but my gosh, it's getting just a little bit frustrating. Here we are, starting our third year of this darn pandemic, and obviously many things have changed. And one of the more important things, that's impacting you is many of your team members are still working from home or partially working from home. That's the new reality is a hybrid, a combination of working from home and working from the office. And also, there's limited on site in person presentations, not only because of the pandemic, but frankly, because so many of the businesses are just overwhelmed, they're understaffed. And so the business person does not have the time to get together in person. And so many times your ad reps are frankly wasting a lot of time, hanging out at that business, trying to get that couple of minutes to get together, with that business. And the other reality is many ad reps are not as effective engaging from home. They're great in person. I mean, they're people. They're really magical, when they're one on one with that business person. But frankly, over the phone, they're just not as effective. And the other reality is many of you have quite a few brand new ad reps, and they don't know what to say, what to present over the phone. Pulse has a solution, Pulse at Home, where they can prospect, present, and even close from home. It's an effective live interactive engagement with the prospect from their home office that will absolutely get the attention and the interest of the business because it engages with the business with what they want, information about and for the opportunities of purchasing plans for their business category. And once again, it is incredibly effective and beneficial with brand new ad reps who are frankly uncomfortable, don't know what to say, how to engage with the business. Pulse at Home is a very timely solution to provide your team member so that they can effectively engage with the business, close, and obviously generate more revenue for you. Let's take a quick tour of Pulse at Home. So, a couple ways to get together with a business. Number one is, and I would suggest calling them and setting up an appointment where you can then do a Zoom, or a Google Meet webinar. How do you get the appointment? Pulse has built into the Pulse sales tool the words to say, the pearls that'll grab the attention of the business so they want to get together. But it's based on what's in it for them. Okay? The benefit, the opportunity, the purchasing plans for their business from the Pulse survey of their business category. The other thing is even in cold calling, getting the attention of the business on the phone so they want to know more. Well, how do they do that? Well, quite frankly, just making sure they understand that you just participated in a survey of and for their business category. So let's do a little role play here. I'm just calling up Mr. Cruz of Cruz Automotive. Hey, Mr. Cruz, how are you doing? Well, I'm pretty busy. I got a bunch of cars here, etc. I know you're busy, but I thought you'd be interested in the results of an automotive repair survey we just did. What do you mean by that? Well, we asked the same questions you would ask, Mr. Cruz. Do you plan to use an auto repair shop in the next 12 months? Really? And what else do you ask? Well, we also asked right now today, what automotive service needs do you have for vehicles in your household? Wow, we've got answers to help you grow your business. Would you like to see the results of the survey, Mr. Cruz? And they always say yes. They always say yes. Why? Because it's about and for their business, okay? So I've got Mr. Cruz on a Zoom webinar. He's seeing my screen, okay? He's seeing my screen, okay? So let's take a look at the results, Mr. Cruz, of the Auto Repair Shopping Survey. Look at that. There's almost 2,900 households that we reach who said yes, they plan to use an auto repair shop in the next 12 months. And they're going to spend $4.3 million. Well, that sounds like a lot. How did you get, those numbers? And look at this right here for your team member. They just click, where do the numbers come from? Well, Mr. Cruz, it's really quite simple. From the automotive repair survey we just did, 28% said yes. We reached 10,350 net households, a combination of print and digital. 28% times 10,350 is 2,888. Oh, that sounds realistic. And at $1,500 average per household spending on automotive repairs, it's $4.3 million. Well, that sounds really, really solid. Thank you. Now, Mr. Cruz, and by the way, your team member can stop right there. And I think you'd agree with me that now on this Zoom webinar, you got the attention of the business. They're interested in what you have to say because they now realize opportunity and benefit. So your team member could then just go into, we've got some solutions tonight, like a VIP program. We got an automotive section coming up, okay? But I also mentioned that you've got the ability on a Zoom webinar to close over the phone. Let me show you how that works. Mr. Cruz, I want to do everything I can to help you get a larger share of the 2,880 households we reach. You're going to shop at an auto repair shop, okay? And he said, well, I'm not going to spend any money. I don't have a budget. I understand that. Let's work together. Let's put together a program that takes away the risk. In other words, you will absolutely make money off the campaign. Okay? How's that sound? That sounds great. Mr. Cruz, what do you think is the absolute worst case number of new customers you'd get from a campaign over the next 12 months? How many per month? In other words, no risk, absolute worst case scenario. Well, I think 2. Okay, so let's go here. So 2 customers a month, right? So put in 2. And now to make this realistic, again, for your business, a realistic campaign, what is the net customer value at your auto repair shop? In other words, your net customer value, taking out, the labor, the cost of, parts, etc. Well, I think about $350, okay? So let's see what we got to work with a no-risk campaign for you based on 2 customers per month, okay? So click here and look at 2 customers a month is $24 a year, $350. Net customer value is $8,400. How's that sound, Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz said, that sounds very, very doable and realistic because, once again, it's based on 2. That's what I feel is the absolute minimum. So you've now put together a program that the advertiser is confident and will say yes and sign. Okay? So let's save the changes there. And now, Mr. Cruz, let's take a look at what products and services to advertise because we also asked in the survey. So look here. So we've got auto repair, oil change, brake replacement, etc. Okay? So it looks like oil change is a pretty good category. Yeah, what else do you ask? This is the time that your team member can be that consultant. Nobody else can do this. Look at this. You click on categories, you go right into the research, and there's the automotive questions we ask. So Mr. Cruz loving this because it's about and for his business. What else would you like to know in terms of potential opportunity? Well, I'd like to know about what the 100,000 mile service is. Okay, electrical repair. I'd like to know about that. Maybe that's something. Shocks. Okay, and maybe air conditioning. Great. So you're engaging with the business, the prospect now virtually with the information is what they are interested in. So let's update that for you, Mr. Cruz. Okay, and take a look here. After it's updated, there you go. All the different electrical repair, alignment, tune-ups, etc. Where's the sweet spot? Where do you think you can get more? What's the solution here for you? He says, I think I should be advertising oil change and preventative maintenance. Looks great. Well, let me do this, Mr. Cruz. Let me put together the agreement for you on the campaign. Also put together some spec ads, and I'll be back, in touch next couple of days. How's that sound? He says, great. So in summary, in today's world, with the hybrid, working from home, in so many cases, effective way to engage with the business is Pulse at Home. We appreciate very much the opportunity to assist and support you. John Marling, 503-784-5772 or marling@paper.net. Or give Sammy Papert a call. Thanks.